power of atomic habits. Small steps, big results. Let me ask you something. How many times have you made a huge, ambitious plan to change your life, only to find yourself stuck, frustrated, or burnt out after a few weeks? If that sounds familiar, you're not alone. Whether it's getting fit, learning a new skill, or simply becoming more productive, so many of us fall into the trap of thinking we have to overhaul everything at once. But what if I told you that massive change isn't the solution, and that it's the smallest actions you take consistently that truly transform your life? That's where atomic habits come in. Today we're going to uncover how tiny, seemingly insignificant actions can snowball into big results, provided you stay consistent. By the end of this video, you'll feel energized and ready to start achieving your goals with clarity and confidence. So let's dive into why small steps are the ultimate game changer, and how you can use them to unlock your potential. Here's the truth. Most major changes fail because they rely on bursts of motivation. Think about those moments when you felt fired up to hit the gym 5 days a week, write a book in a month, or start waking up at 5 a.m. every morning. It's exhilarating at first, right? But that initial enthusiasm rarely lasts. The problem isn't your motivation. It's the approach. Grand gestures and overhauls may feel exciting, but they're not sustainable. They can overwhelm you, drain your energy, and often lead to guilt or burnout when you can't stick to them perfectly. The reality is this: progress is built on consistency, not perfection. It's not about flipping a switch and transforming overnight, but about showing up and putting in small efforts day after day. So what exactly are atomic habits? Simply put, atomic habits are small, easy-to-do actions that may seem trivial at first, but are incredibly powerful over time. Think of them as the building blocks of transformation. Just as an atom is the smallest building unit of matter, an atomic habit is the smallest building unit of a new lifestyle or goal. Let's use an example. Suppose you want to get healthier. Instead of saying, "I'll work out for an hour every day," you could start with something tiny like, "I'll do 5 push-ups today," or "I'll walk around the block once." It almost feels too easy, like it won't make a difference. But here's the magic. It does. It's the consistency that matters. These small habits aren't about seeing massive changes overnight. They're about the compound effect, how small actions accumulate and grow into something exponentially greater over time. Imagine planting a seed in the ground. Watering it once won't do much, but if you nurture it with small daily care, it grows into a sturdy, towering tree. Habits work the same way. Consistency turns atomic habits into powerful tools of change. The more you repeat them, the stronger they become. Eventually, they become second nature, things you do automatically, without needing to push yourself. That's why being consistent, even with tiny habits, is so powerful. It removes the need for constant motivation or willpower, and eventually turns your small efforts into unstoppable momentum. Our world often glorifies intensity, huge efforts for quick results. But true success comes from the quiet, persistent practice of doing a little bit each day. Small steps might not feel glamorous, but they work. Now that you understand the power of atomic habits, let's talk about how to start building them. Here are 3 practical steps you can use to create habits that stick. The key to starting a new habit is to make it so small that you can't fail. If you want to start reading, commit to just 1 page a day. If you want to start working out, do just 1 push-up or stretch for 1 minute. These tiny actions may seem insignificant, but they help build the habit without feeling overwhelming. Take any habit you want to build and scale it down to just 2 minutes. For example, instead of committing to running 5 miles, commit to putting on my running shoes. Instead of writing an essay, commit to writing 1 sentence. 2 minutes is all it takes to get started, and that momentum often leads to doing more. Habit stacking is about attaching your new habit to an existing routine. For instance, if you already brush your teeth every morning, you can stack a new habit like doing 5 squats right after brushing. The simplicity of linking habits makes them easier to remember and harder to skip. Let's be honest, sticking to habits is easier said than done. There will be days you feel unmotivated or tempted to skip your routine. That's normal. The trick is to prepare for those moments. First, design your environment for success. For example, if you want to drink more water, keep a bottle within arm's reach. If you want to read more, leave a book next to your bed, or where you usually sit. Small changes to your surroundings can remove obstacles and make habits easier to follow. Second, don't beat yourself up if you miss a day. Life happens. What's important is not letting 1 missed day turn into 2, then 3, and so on. Treat every small success as a win and focus on progress, not perfection. Finally, track your habits. It doesn't have to be fancy, just a simple check mark on a calendar or a note on your phone. This builds accountability and allows you to celebrate your progress, even if it's slow. Here's where things get truly exciting. When you focus on small, consistent habits, you start to see results compound in incredible ways over time. It might take weeks, even months before you notice dramatic change, but when the momentum builds, it's unstoppable. Look at anyone who's achieved great things. Behind the big wins and big moments are years, sometimes decades, of small, consistent efforts. Saving a few dollars daily can lead to financial freedom. Writing a few sentences daily can turn into a published book. Walking just 10 minutes a day can transform your health. And the best part, as you stick with your habits, they begin to shape your identity. With every small action, you reinforce the belief that you're the kind of person who shows up. You start to think, I'm not just someone who works out, I'm a healthy person. That's true transformation from the inside out. The shift to focusing on atomic habits requires a new perspective. Stop looking at habits as chores or obligations and start seeing them as investments. Every small effort you put in today is building a more capable, confident version of yourself tomorrow. And here's the real beauty. Habits don't just improve one area of your life, they ripple outward into others. For example, creating a habit of consistent exercise might also boost your energy, improve your focus, and inspire you to make better food choices. Focus on the process, not just the result. When you fall in love with the daily practice instead of obsessing over the outcome, success becomes inevitable. Let's bring this all together. Building a better life doesn't mean overhauling everything at once. It means showing up daily, taking small, consistent steps toward your goals, and allowing those steps to compound over time. Remember, it's not about how fast or how big you start. It's about showing up. The magic lies in the simplicity. Read that one page. Take that short walk. Write that single sentence. So ask yourself, what's one small habit I can start today? Take that first step and commit to it daily. You're not aiming for perfection, you're aiming for progress. Every small action counts. Every day matters. You have the power to transform your life, one small habit at a time. Start today. The future version of you will thank you.